Hey guys, Candy here at my mobile homestead. So, as you can tell by the way I sound, I'm not much better. Started getting better. Went back to work. But I was hacking and hacking and hacking. A couple times I had to leave early. Because by the end of the day, I was just like... And then yesterday I made it all the way through the day, but my head, oh my gosh. And I knew, by the way my head felt, that I had sinus infection. Excuse me. So, I went to the doctor for, I think, the 5th or 6th time. Now, my regular doctor, I've not seen him during this time. I've been seeing his PA. He seems like a nice guy and all, but I went in today and I told him my mucus is like dark yellow and green. And that's an indicator of infection. Now, in the 53 years that I've been around, I have been told that by doctors, my mom, when I was a little kid, you name it, okay? Wow, gotta get into the doctor if you got a problem with that. Or if you're not going to see the doctor, then you're going to do what you do holistically. So, and I get it, okay? They don't want to push antibiotics. But every time like today, I actually twice, the last time I saw him too. But today when I went to go see him, he told me that different colored mucus is not always an indicator of infection. But here's the thing, my regular doctor, when I'm sick, he says, "What color is your mucus?" So maybe to the doctor, it means something. But to the PA, maybe not. I don't know. So I'm frustrated. I'm really, really frustrated. So at this point, because after they took my temperature while I was at the doctor, and they didn't tell me what my temperature was. So, let me see. Then they sent me on the way. He gave me a prescription for antibiotics, but I didn't fill it yet because he said don't, wait up 24 hours to see, if it goes away. Well, I hope to God it does go away and I don't have to touch the antibiotics because I've been pounding the holistic stuff. So I'm going to show that to you. So, one thing he kept pushing for me to do was go to the store and get these teas. He's Asian, so maybe tea is great. It's very soothing to the throat. And one of them is called Zarby. And he's like swears by that one. But the 2 stores that I went to near where I live didn't carry it. So I couldn't get it. But I did get this one. And it's for children, Zarby is. Most of the time I take children's medication anyway because I can't handle the other stuff. I don't take medication that much. And this one has elderberry and dark honey. I'm wondering if it's Manuka honey. Doesn't really work as a cough syrup, but it'll boost my immune system. So, especially as irritated as it is in there right now, my sinuses are just constantly running down the back of my throat. And I'm coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. And as you can hear, it's stripping my throat. So, I've been drinking a lot of water, my big giant thing of water. I keep filling. One of the other things I'm doing is I'm taking garlic. And I take like 4 to 6 of these like every couple hours in the beginning now that I'm spiking fevers again. But this time, what I did was my last 2 times I took my temperature, I made a video of me taking my temperature and showing the doctor, look, I have a fever. It's 101. Now, normally I don't take anything to lower my temperature unless it's like 102 or above. So it's 101. I'm going to let my body do what it is supposed to do. I'm hoping that it doesn't get too high anyway, because it's like, it got really high when I had the flu, but that's, because of the flu. But usually when I have some kind of infection, it doesn't get super, super high. So that's what I'm doing. So for the third time just now, I did NeilMed. Now the crazy thing is for years and years, I've been doing NeilMed for probably 10 years, maybe more. My friend showed me how to do it, and she told me to use 1 teaspoon of salt, like usually a good sea salt or something like that. And in the NeilMed, and she used a neti pot, like the one they pour in the bottle, but I have a deviated septum, so water wouldn't run through. So I use the NeilMed so that I can squeeze it and it forces it through. And that works out pretty good. So I went to the doctor, and I saw a different doctor, and he told me, oh my goodness, no, don't use regular table salt. You have to use those packets. Okay. Well, I measured the packet, and it's only half a teaspoon. And in each of those packets for the NeilMed, it's half baking soda and half salt. I'm glad that it's sterile, okay? But I don't think it's enough. So he told me to use 2 packets. Doesn't matter, okay? Because that's half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. So I wasn't even having a fever, and I started doing what he said. So I went down and paid money and bought, I think it was like $10 for a bag of 100. Okay, I've spent a lot of money on this illness, okay? It's ridiculous. I can't afford this. All right, so I, for a couple of days, did 2 packets twice a day. He told me just to do it at night. I did it twice a day. Suddenly, things are getting worse in there. Well, my sinuses are used to me using a stronger solution, I guess. So what I did was, the first thing I did was, before I went to the doctor today, I rinsed my sinuses. But this time I did 1 packet and a half a teaspoon of my pink Himalayan salt. And because I had done it before my appointment, of course it wasn't uncomfortable right under here, but it does hurt right now. So, okay. So then, of course, I get the feeling he's acting like he thinks I'm a hypochondriac or something. Because I've been to the doctor like 6 times, or 5 or 6 times, okay? Well, part of the reason is because I have used up all my sick days at work. And the only way that I won't lose a whole day of pay if I have a doctor's note. I will only lose 1/3 per day of illness. So I have to go to the doctor every single time I'm out so that I don't lose a bunch of money, because, oh my gosh, I've been ridiculously sick lately. First one was an ear infection, then I went back to work, and then the flu. And, oh my gosh, this flu is really knocking me for a loop. And something that they kind of need to understand is my anxiety is usually about my lupus, fibromyalgia, Sjogren's, all that crazy stuff. Because it does weird stuff to me. Weird. But I haven't had the flu in about 10 years. So I'm a little bit freaking out, especially since it's not going away. So I know my immune system's a little bit weird right now because my lupus rash is right here. So it's going to do that. It's going to be weird. It is focusing on my skin and not paying attention to what is, coming into my body, or whatever is going on in my body. So I'm frustrated. I'm really, really frustrated because this doctor, is, he's like, you're going to be A-okay. You're going to be fine. Don't you worry about it. Okay, I'm 53 years old. I'm a grown woman. I am extremely intelligent, and I don't appreciate being spoken to in a condescending manner. I feel that he was condescending. And to top it off, his boss, I believe, or maybe the other doctor is his boss. Okay, my doctor, who's an actual doctor, wants to know what color my mucus is, and this guy doesn't care. I'm going to listen to the doctor, and not the physician's assistant. Okay? I know that a physician's assistant has lots of education, but not all of it. Like, they don't have their doctorate because whatever reason, whatever it is. Maybe he doesn't have the money to finish following through with it right now. Who knows? But the bottom line is he needs to get his facts straight. Yeah. So I'm asking for prayers because this is ridiculous. And I'm leaving for Texas in a week and a half. So April 17th, I'm leaving for Texas, and I'm going to be there for a week to see my family and a few friends. And this is not okay. No. I need to be normal, sort of, mostly. I mean, who's normal, right? But, yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm just over it. So, yeah, I'm asking for prayers. That's what I'm asking for. I can't. This is ridiculous. And I'm not a run to the doctor kind of person. I told him, dude, I have missed quite a bit of work. I live paycheck to paycheck. I cannot afford to miss work. And I happen to like my job, so I'm not interested in being out all the time. I don't know. It's just like little innuendos, I guess. And I'm not the paranoid sort, But, okay. But I'm pretty doggone frustrated. So, I had a birthday party for my nephew this weekend. I'm not going. I had a retirement party. I'm not going. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do my Neomed. I am going to take my supplements. I'm going to get well. And I am going to be fine without taking the stupid antibiotics because it's something I've never taken before, and I really don't want to take something because I have a lot of drug allergies, and I don't want to, like if it was Wednesday or Thursday and I could go back to the doctor and say, hey, I'm having a problem with this, or I have an allergic reaction to this, is one thing, but the ER is far away from my mountain home. All right, I'm done ranting, and I think I've been on long enough. Thank you so much for sticking around and listening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you are all healthy. Love you guys. God bless. God bless.